Okay, so thank you guys for hopping on. Tonight I just kind of wanted to talk about our stories and, just kind of talk about what Beachbody has done for us. I kind of wanted it to kind of be remind you why you're doing this kind of thing. So I want to hear from all of you, and I asked Tammy to share hers as well because she is a new coach. Hey, Heather. And, ooh, you're so fancy. And so I wanted to hear her story because she had an awesome transformation. So go ahead and kind of just briefly tell us about you, kind of where you were, what Beachbody's done for you, kind of thing.
Okay, well, it really started a long time ago.
I can't hear you.
Oh, no. I can hear her.
I can a little bit, but.
Can you hear me? It's just down low.
It's low.
Okay.
Oh, there.
Whoops. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry about that. Can everyone hear me okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I'm new to Beachbody. It's only been a few months, but my journey started a long time ago. I have struggled with my weight my entire life. And when people look at me now, like people who are newer friends to me or newer acquaintances, and they didn't know my past or didn't know me when I was really overweight, and they call me skinny or call me thin, I have to just stop and remind myself that they really truly are talking to me. I can't believe that they're talking to me because I've never once in my entire life thought of myself as thin ever. And the weight that I am now is truly the lowest I've ever been in my life, like before, probably since childhood. So it's something that kind of started stirring about 8 years ago or so. Not to get too deep tonight, but I was basically in a really bad marriage, and I needed to get out of that situation because it was bringing me down even more. And so once I got out of that situation, I started really having more pride in myself because he had just beaten me down, not literally, but just emotionally for so many years that I just really didn't love myself. And so once I made the decision to kind of save myself and save my kids and get out of that situation, we all just became stronger, especially me. And I just needed my outside body to match the strength that I was feeling on the inside. And so I just started doing little things. I actually teach health and I teach nutrition, and I never felt like I was practicing what I preached. You know, I'm telling my kids to eat this and eat that, and here I am eating cupcakes and stuff, you know, and it wasn't adding up. So I just got down to basics about 8 years ago, and I just started being more active and eating healthier food, and shockingly enough, it worked. And I didn't know about any programs or anything like that. I didn't have money for any programs, and weight started coming off. And it just, one thing led to another, and I just started going down in sizes. And I mean, it all happened over the course of like 8 years. But most recently, I had a baby. He's 2 now. And I just wasn't able to get back to where I needed to be after having him. I was just too busy with now 3 kids and a full-time job and all this stuff. And I just couldn't find that motivation to get back. And that's where I kind of found Beachbody and found Heather. And she was so inspiring with all her posts. So that's what led me to Beachbody. But it's been a journey. It's been a journey. So.
I love that. That is so cool. And I appreciate you sharing that with us so much. And isn't it so cool? I actually private messaged Heather. I'm like, how cool is this to hear? Because it's just so cool to think that you had even a slight part of, helping somebody feel better in their skin. And like, that is seriously like my favorite thing hands down about this business. It's not the paycheck. It's not, any of these things. It's that, what it's like to feel broken and you get to help somebody, feel better about themselves. So, and there's a saying that they use a lot, turn your mess into a message, and take, your struggles. And a lot of times the lowest point in your life is where, you think of those emotions and how you felt there. And you share that with others, and that's how you're going to help them. And so, I personally had, about 7 years worth of emotionally abusive relationships too. And it just seriously is so hard. It's so hard to, learn that you unlearn that and teach yourself that you are enough. And so I think it's really important for that to be your message, that common negative thought that you find yourself coming back to, whether it's you're not good enough, you're not enough, that needs to be kind of your slogan in a positive light. So like when people think of you, they should think of, oh, you're enough, or you're good enough. Like, oh, if they see a picture or a quote or something and they want to tag you in it because you're always saying that kind of thing, you want to figure out what your motto is. You know what I mean? And I was actually out shopping with my grandma the other day, and it said something like, you're beautifully, or something like that. And like, she doesn't even really understand like that's my team name and stuff like that. She's like, oh, this made me think of you. Like, that was cute. That was really cool to see somebody else knowing that that's my message. And, that is what I want to at the very least get portrayed to people. So I think it's so important for all of you to figure out what is that common underlying thing that you find yourself, that negative voice in your head telling yourself, and you constantly have to portray that in a positive light, even when you don't believe it, even when it's just for you. And other people are going to say, thank you so much for this. I needed this today. And you're like, it was just as much for me as it was for you, but I'm glad it helped you. And so I love that. And thank you so much for sharing. And thanks, Heather, for finding her. Okay, so who else would like to talk a little bit about, kind of what Beachbody's done for you, short and sweet? Justin, Greg, Heather, Katie? You're all muted, so. I think Heather's pointing at Justin.
I don't know. I'm still on like this wave with Beachbody. Like, it's changing me, but I'm still like.
Tell them about the story about your husband coming home.
About gaining 9 pounds?
No. About what you did before your husband came home.
What do you mean?
Your journey in, your weight loss and your husband. You don't know that.
My husband left for Turkey last October. And for like 2 months before that, Danielle had been asking me to join a challenge group, and I kept saying no. I mean, I knew like I had weight to lose, but I never took it seriously enough. I tried Beachbody 3 or 4 years ago, and I hated it. And I didn't make it through one whole week of T25, and I hated the shakes.
Sucks.
And I let like 3 months of Shakeology Home Direct pile up before I finally got around to canceling it. Anyway, so he was gone for like 2 weeks, and we used a camera on my 55-inch TV to Skype. And when I saw my whale of a self on 55-inch screen TV for 2 weeks, I texted Danielle. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I was like, I need something. And I lost between November and mid-April, I lost 25 pounds, and then he came home for a month and I gained 9 back, and now I'm just
that love chub.
He came home and he was like I saw pictures and like we talked. He's like, but man, like you look really great in person. Here, have a burger. By the way, you're being drunk.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just so cool. Her husband like literally was like, oh my gosh, like he came home and she was like half a person. So I just think, and I mean, it's so easy to get off track when you're happy and, he's home and you have less time to yourself and things like that. But it's okay. You got off track. Don't worry about it. Don't stress over it. Who cares? 9 pounds.
I didn't stop working out.
Yeah. So
I don't worry about it. What I would have gained if I quit working out.
So just get back on track. Know that tomorrow's a new day and you can get back on track. So no big deal. Okay, cool. All right. Heather or Katie. And I saw Amber hop on too. So Heather or Katie, do you want to kind of talk a little bit about your Beachbody story? All right, Heather, you're so smiley. Go ahead. You're muted. I did it to you. Sorry.
Okay. I was pointing to Katie.
I didn't know what you're doing.
Okay. But yes, I will go. And Katie, you can muster up your strength while I'm talking. Let's puke together, girl. We're going to puke together today. So I feel like everybody kind of knows my story, but I have some super crazy. Does anybody not know kind of what my story? I'll
just tell your dang story.
Recap. So I found April on Instagram like a year and a half, maybe a year and a half ago. Started following her. It's so funny how I did it. I just felt like a stirring. I was unhappy with myself. I was unhappy with my body. I was zero motivation, but there was something in me that just kept like, you need something more. You've got to do something. You need something. And so I literally went on Instagram, which I didn't even really know how Instagram worked all that well, but I had an Instagram. So I did a hashtag motivation, hashtag inspiration, and I just searched for people. And that's how I found her. And so I started following this random girl who was posting these motivational, inspirational videos. And I'd watch her every day. And I was like, man, that girl's like motivated, like crazy. And so I would watch her workout videos and I would do some of the stuff. And then I'd watched her do like some races. And she had posted at one point that she was doing a boot camp of some kind and to follow her on Facebook. And I was like, oh, perfect. I'll go follow her on Facebook. Followed her on Facebook for a while. And then she did like an invite to a challenge group and I dropped a baby. So I contacted her then and so long story short, I joined a challenge group. I actually told her, I was like, I'll just do it for the month and we'll see how that goes. And I ordered the Shakeology and then I canceled my home direct right away because I was only going to do it for the first month. And I was like, I'll just get a kickstart and then I'll be able to, continue to lose on my own.
I remember it was right around the time that you were moving too.
Yes. So I was moving. There was a ton going on. Like it was a crazy time. So I told her, I was like, I really don't have time for this. I'm just going to do this for a month. And I canceled my home direct right away and drank my Shakeology for the month. And then towards the end of the month, I was like, oh crap, I'm like in love with this stuff. I'm kind of going to need to do this again. So I messaged her and I was like, can I do another one? And she's like, yeah, sure. She's like, how? And then she sent me a card in the mail. It's right around that time. And she's like, hey, we should maybe talk sometime about you coaching. I think you'd be great. And I was like, what? Coach? I'm not somebody like you. Like, there's no way I can do this, what you do. And yeah, it's a long story, but anyway, it's like everything just kind of started, like all these things happened like that's in the same couple of days. Like I had prayed I'd asked my girlfriends to pray for me. I had prayed for motivation. I had prayed that I would just get some help to stick to a program and to stick to my, my journey, because I'd quit, I don't know, about 455 times, over, the past 15 years. And I was so tired of quitting and starting over again. So at that same week that I prayed and I asked my girlfriends to pray for, I didn't even know what I was praying for, just help, is when I got that card from April, and it all just kind of started making sense. Like, this is what I should be doing. And it was not to coach to get money. I was not coaching because I was like, oh, I'm going to make big bucks. And I solely wanted to coach to keep myself motivated. I was like, if I'm a coach and I put myself out there, I have to do it. I have to stick to it. Mm-hmm. So that's what I did. And I immediately, like, as soon as I started coaching, I had all these people that were interested. And I was like, wait, what? Oh my gosh, like I have to coach them.
She made her first post and I was like, damn girl, look at all these ones. We have to message them.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, like, so I remember like I had 5 people interested right away. And I was like starting to sign people up with their challenge packs. And I remember I messaged April and I was like, hey, and I didn't really know how this worked. So I messaged her. I was like, hey, so I think I have like 5 new people. And she's like, what? What did you? I'm like, yeah, I think I've got 5 challenge packs now. She's like, you just hit Success Club.
Oh, I think
totally clueless. Like, and seriously, you guys, like from that point on, like coaching just took off. Like, I never realized that people were actually like watching me and thought that I was inspirational, because all I wanted was to watch other people and get inspired. And all these people were paying attention to what I was doing. And I was like, crap, I got to get my stuff together. Like, I need to get with the program here. And things have just spiraled and spiraled. And every single day I am astounded at how this has gone and how I've become this leader, like a leader of people, and like a leader in a challenge group, and a leader of a team. And
she just quit her job.
Well, that's coming. Yeah. So as of today, I am officially an entrepreneur and no longer will work for anybody else but.
That is so exciting.
So today is a very, very big, exciting day, and I'm actually, I was about to go live like right before the call. I was trying to get it done before I got on the call because I just wanted my nerves to like calm down. Well, and I was literally sitting here looking at myself because
I'm going to cut it off, so you'll be fine. You can still go live tonight.
Yeah, I will. I definitely will.
Good.
So yeah, very, very exciting. It's crazy how this has all like come to fruition, and I totally feel like this was just a God-given, and I feel like it's meant to be. So
I know, I love that. I get chills every time I hear her say that she's like praying about
10 minutes.
What? Never. Is that you?
What was that?
I hear somebody yelling. I think somebody's yelling at their kids. Is that you?
Yeah,
That's
That's funny. Let me go ahead and mute you, Amber. There you go. But yeah, I love that you were, like thinking about it, praying about it, and then that card came in the mail. I feel like that's happened to me so many different times that and I don't always do challenges. Like I actually pay somebody to do my thank you notes. It's terrible. In the beginning, always do your thank you notes. It's so important. But for me, I just have so much going on. That's one more thing I can't do right now. So please, in the beginning, for the first like 3 years, I did my own. So don't leave by me. A handwritten note means so much. I'm hoping to get some more stuff taken off so that I can take those back on again. But what I still do is random notes to my coaches, to my clients, and things like that. So leads or anybody in their first purchase, they might get a card from me, or they might get this. I also put together a little postcard, and it says, what does it say? It says, just a reminder that you are beautifully made. Welcome to our tribe. You see that?
I love that.
Yeah. And then I've got this on the back. So this is like anybody that buys a challenge pack, they basically get this. And it says, I'm so proud of you for making an investment in your health. You're going to love our challenge group, an awesome group of happy, positive people, all striving to be the best version of themselves. Once you get your goodies, shoot me a text and then I give them my phone number so I can help you get started. If we aren't friends on Facebook, be sure to add me ASAP so I can best support you. XO April asked me about my referral program for free goodies. So I have all that and then my contact info. So this is everybody that buys a challenge pack gets this. What I suggest is just go to Marshall's, Target, Dollar Bin, something like that, Target, whatever, get some note cards cheap and send out a handwritten note to anybody, whether they do a free group. In the beginning, you really just want to impress people. I mean, not like impressed, like you have to be anything other than yourself, but you want to make people feel special. And so even if it's a free group and you send like a little note saying, thank you so much for joining my free 5-day crock-pot group. I had so much fun. Thanks so much for participating. I hope you learned a lot. Like, I can't wait to see you in our next boot camp. Like, just invite them to the next thing. And it means a lot to have a little handwritten note that maybe costed you a total of like $1 with shipping. You know what I mean? So you have no idea how much that little things can go such a long way. And it's so funny that Heather says that I did that. And I'm like, dang, I really need to do that more. Like I go in spurts where I just will be like, okay, this week I want to send out 10 just because cards, things like that. So I think it's really important just to kind of put it on your schedule and be like, maybe every Friday you write out 2 just because cards, or, something like that has that little extra special touch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's crazy because that meant so much to me, and I have every single card and any note you've ever written me, and I have it.
And I love capsules.
Yeah, I love capsules. And they mean so much to me, and it's a big deal when you get something in the mail. Just a little encouraging word or anything. It means so much, and I need to get better about writing them. In fact, it's on my to-do list for tomorrow to send stuff out.
You need to write it on my forehead.
It's such a simple thing that means so much to somebody. I mean, everybody likes getting something in the mail, and just a little, pep or pick me up. It's a big deal.
I found this. There's this website. It's called Bando, BANDO.com. And I got these really cool postcards. The front of it says, hey, you should totally send someone some good vibes. And that's just the cover. And then this one, they're really cute and like pink and sparkly. Greg, I know you are like dying to get these. This one says, pink skies up ahead. Your future looks bright. Stay golden. You are made of stardust. Don't look back. You're killing it. So they're just really cute sayings, and they're postcards, so it's even cheaper shipping. And so I try to send out a couple of these each week. And I don't know, they weren't very expensive, and they're super cute. So if you go to bando.com and
can you write on them?
Yeah, you can. So on the back, it's a postcard.
Okay.
So it's blank.
Cool.
Yeah. And if you Google Bando coupon codes, I know I had a coupon code, or the website might give you one or something like that too. But cute little stuff like that. Oh, I just wanted to tell you about something really cool I found for ideas for little gifts for your challengers or whatever. Hold on. Okay, so what is this website that I found? Bloomplanners.com. They make planners, but they also make really cool things. Like this is a grocery list, and it has all kinds of things written out, so you can just circle what you need. And it's magnetic. So this was a cool little thing I'm going to get for like I think it was probably like $8 to $10. So this is a bigger gift. Not like just a sample of Energize or something. And then this one is a magnetic shopping list it's a shopping list that is like perforated that you can take out, and it's a way to plan your meals. And you can slap it on the refrigerator. So I've been really trying to keep an eye out for bigger gifts that are going to help them in their journey. So bloomplanners.com is where I got those. Totally off topic. Sorry. Okay, so who else do we need? We need to hear Katie's story, and then Greg and Amber.
You can do it.
There you go.
I'm so scared.
It's okay. We won't eat you, I promise.
So Heather and I have been friends for a while, and I just, was following her, obviously, on Facebook. Seriously, my heart is racing. I don't do well in front of crowds, guys.
Oh, you're totally fine. We don't worry at all.
No crowd here. Just a few of us that you're going to be
staring
squeezing
at Greg right now.
Everybody's just looking at the stage.
And so, anyways, I have done Beachbody in the past. I've been part of challenge groups of very successful coaches, and nothing really worked for me. It just didn't. I just didn't jive well with it. So I worked out with like bodybuilders and like really intense people, and again, it just didn't work for me. And so, anyways, I'll cut to the chase. Messaged Heather. I was like, okay, I get some shakes. How do I switch over to your group? That whole deal. I think I canceled my my auto ship, and somewhere along the way, didn't drink my shakes. And then all of a sudden I was like, I think I'm going to start drinking my shakes now. And I think that April messaged me and was like, you should really be drinking your shakes. And I was like, oh, okay.
How did I know you were drinking your shakes?
Because I let my auto ship, it was someone who was above Heather.
It was probably in my challenge. It was probably from our challenge group. Yeah. She was in one of our challenge groups together.
Yes. And I was like, ooh, okay.
So okay then.
I don't even remember doing that. That's so funny.
See, you made an impact again. I started drinking the shakes, and then all of a sudden, like 6 months later, when I was like, really, I decided I was going to be dedicated and committed to it. And I tell you, it was once
I made that decision that I was no longer going to sit and just follow the post. I was, I'm not going to troll the post anymore. I'll actually participate a little bit. And then like 2 months later, I dropped 27 pounds.
Here's a sample 2 minutes later.
And it's crazy. I never lost any weight with anything else. I mean, I was running like 20 miles plus a week, same size, never lost any weight. I mean, I did everything. And
what's your favorite Beachbody program workout?
I love hammer and chisel.
Me too.
Like, I don't know. So at first I was like, yeah, Siggy's not my dude. This is a little too cheesy for me. And now I'm like, I need them in my life.
Mm-hmm. I love how it's so different too.
And
I've tried hammer and chisel. Has everyone on here tried it yet? No? Okay. Yeah. Try
you haven't?
One day. Just try the sample.
So good.
I love powerlifting in general. I like to be strong. I mean, I've never really wanted to be skinny, and I used to be very, very thin.
Mm-hmm.
But I love to be strong, and that
is so much more important to me than being skinny.
Yes.
Yep. Awesome. Well, you will love Shift Shop, girl, when it comes out. You will love it. It's probably the closest to hammer and chisel, but also very athletic focused. It's really cool. You guys are going to love it. So fun.
I'm very athletic.
You're signed up for that one at a summit, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be able to practice before going down there.
I know. I'm actually worried about that. I'm worried about that for myself, not knowing what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah. If it's like hammer plyo, I'm going to really...
April, you're muted.
April, you're muted.
How long have I been muted for? Oh my gosh.
Like 5 seconds.
Okay. I don't remember doing it. Did you do that? I don't. Don't know what I was saying either, so it's fine. Keep going. Okay. Did you hear me say it's a mix of like Insanity Asylum and Hammer and Chisel?
Insanity, no bueno.
So it's Insanity Asylum is different than Insanity because it's more sports focused. It has like the ladder and stuff and a lot of agility. So there's some agility, there's some strength, there's some speed stuff. Awesome. The first week is 25 minutes for workout. The second week is 35 minutes for workouts. And the third week is 45 minutes. So it's a 3-week program. And then we are doing a second round. So if you do round 2, it's different than just the 21-day fix where, okay, you just do the same thing over again. But round 2 starts at 45 minutes. And then round 2 is they give you a 50-minute week. And then I think you do the 50-minute week twice. So it's going to be crazy. It's so funny. When I used to go to the gym, I'd be there for like 2 hours. And now I'm like, 50 minutes? This is crazy talk. Because I've gotten so used to my 30 minutes effective workouts. But so yeah, you guys will like that. Well, thank you, Katie. That's awesome. I'm so glad that you joined us as a coach. And I'm excited for you to get that free ticket to Summit.
Next year.
Yeah. So you'll get that ticket to Summit next year. So I made a post too in the group. Make sure you guys check that out because one of my coaches, Elizabeth, hit Success Club in her first month. So she sold 3 challenge packs. What are you doing? She's just wiggling away. And so in your first month, either the month you sign up or the second month, you can start hitting Success Club to get that free Summit ticket. And then the second month and then the third month. If you consecutively do that, then you'll get that free ticket. So definitely, and Heather got that. Heather was a rock star. She doesn't have to pay for a ticket for Summit this year. And it's really cool to, kind of see that. Let's see, what else? Oh, Greg, you're up. Take a swig.
There we go.
What are you drinking there, mister?
LaCroix.
There you go. I've got my Harris Teeter LaCroix.
There you go. I gotta tell you, I haven't had pop in like 5 months, and yeah, my anniversary was this week, and we went out to thanks. We went out to dinner, and I got a rum and Coke, and I'm like, well, at least there's not very much Coke in this thing, so that was good.
There you go. That's impressive too, because his wife is a big. Well, I know she drinks like 1 Coke a day, but just having it in the house, temptation. There you go.
She drinks like 4 Cokes a day, but.
Oh well.
she's a bit of a Coke fiend, but that's okay. All right, so my story is I've always been like a really big guy. Even like through middle school and high school, I've always been kind of like a big husky kind of guy. Was a center on the football team for a while. Then I got into drumline, and always kind of like that big awkward dude at school. I'm 6'4", and back in high school I was like 280 pounds. Never really like a big muscular dude. I was just kind of like always fat. But I never really felt like I was really a fat guy. I always thought that I was like a kind of like a skinny guy, because I liked going out hiking. I liked to be active. I liked going rock climbing and whitewater rafting and all that kind of like pretty active stuff. And I was able to do it as a big guy, but it was just like I don't really always felt like I was myself. So progressing a couple of years down the line, life kind of gets in the way, and then, you gain a lot of weight. So last year I was up to 350 pounds, the heaviest I've ever been, and I will never, ever see that number again. But I started my own company last couple of years ago as a contractor, and the past few years have been like super, super stressful, and I just kind of got into a really bad spot mentally too, where I was just constantly stressed out. I was having anxiety about my own jobs, and it affected everything. Like I couldn't concentrate on anything. I couldn't concentrate on my family, my house, my work. Everything suffered. And I've been in this industry for a while, and I've seen older people that 9 o'clock coffee break comes around, and they go to their little lunch pails and they pull out their baggie of pills. And they're like, oh, well, this one's for, I can't poop today. This one's for my knee surgery I'm having in 2 weeks. This one's for, I'm like, I really don't want to have to do this. Like, I don't want to have that little baggie of pills with me every day. And like, I don't want to rely on drugs all the time. So, I got to a point last year where I was walking around on a job site with a customer, not carrying anything. It just like a flat parking lot, more or less. And I got out of breath. Like everything just hurt, and I just felt awful. I'm like, I need to do something. And my wife was actually being not really talked to, but messaged by April.
She was a hey girl.
Yeah, I was a hey girl. But
no,
actually,
your wife was a hey girl, and she shut me down.
Actually, if you go back, I went through some of my old emails. I do have emails from you from like before I talked to me.
That's true. Yeah.
So,
I forgot about that.
So that's all on there. But yeah, Mandy was like, you know what? You should really talk to this person. You actually might know her. I'm like, who is it? And she's like, April. I'm like, April who? And actually, I graduated high school with April. So we knew each other from back then, and we haven't really talked to each other in like 10 years. And I was like, you know what? Sure, what the hell? Mandy and I actually did Beachbody a couple of years ago. Like one of her mom's coworkers was a Beachbody coach. And she's like, oh yeah, you guys should go get 21-day fix. I'll be your coach, get your Shakeology, blah, 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 blah. So we're like, all right, fine. So we went through like 3 days of 21-day fix, and we're like, no, this sucks. We're not doing this. We can't follow. What the hell are these little containers for? We just really didn't get into it, and weren't really happy. But anyways, I got into a challenge group this past year with April, and I was like, I got to do something. So I was the guy that jumped into a group of all women, and I was like, well, here we go. Let's just do it. I got to get out. I got to do something for myself. I got to do something for my family. Let's just do it. and just weighed myself this past week. I'm down 62 pounds.
That is so exciting.
And
yeah, Greg.
like I'm seeing muscles pop out places, and it's pretty awesome. So I'm excited.
That is so cool. You said 62.
Yep.
Woo! So cool.
I told Melissa I'm going for that 100.
That is so cool. Yeah, Melissa, my sister, if you guys don't know her, make sure you follow her, Melissa Ludwig. She's a diamond on our team, and she's down 111 pounds and is in the running for the $100,000 that Beachbody gives away annually. Just crazy. She's won $1,000, and since so Beachbody gives away $500 every day. Then they do a monthly $1,000. She won the monthly $1,000. I won actually $500 for that too, because your coach gets half of it usually. Well, it depends on, not always half. And then she was in the running for the $5,000. So the quarterly, and she didn't make it, but it's really cool to be in it. And then she found out that they made some huge cuts, and she's still in the running for the $100,000. And so they get down to 3 people, and at Summit you get to see 3 people per age group, I think. And then you get to see their story on stage at Summit. They do videos of them working out. They have videos from when they were bigger. They like interview them, all this stuff. So she had to turn in all these videos. So there's a chance that you'll be seeing her story on the big screen at Summit, talking about how Beachbody's changed her life. And even if she, if she gets there, they pay for her flight, they pay for her hotel. And then the 3 that are there, 2 of them win 25,000 and 1 wins 100,000. So if she's there, she's guaranteed at least 25,000. So that's so freaking cool to see how she's changed her life, and then how Beachbody, who she would have done this, without getting paid any day, is, has the potential to change somebody's life. And that's my favorite part about Summit, hands down, is seeing those people's story and reminding you that this is why we do what we do. So, she's pregnant now, though, so her transformation is going the other way. But so, yeah, and Greg has just been, I've loved seeing the change within him. He is seriously, like I always say, that he's like our team cheerleader. He is always supporting everybody. He's always, commenting in our team page and helping people out. And it's very rare that I get to somebody on our team's post that either they had a celebration or they had a bad day, that he's not either trying to cheer them up or cheering them on before I get there. And I'm like, how is he so quick? How is he always here? So, Greg has just been awesome with personal development. And Greg, I would love for you to kind of talk quickly to them about what personal development has done for you, because I think a lot of times in the beginning we hear, yeah, we should do personal development, but it doesn't click. And I was guilty of that too. Heather, did it take you a while to do personal development? You're muted. Sorry, I don't think I did that. There you go.
No, I did that. Yeah, right from the beginning, I read Go for No, because that was one that you told me, I think that I had to do. I think you're like, you have to read this book. Yeah. Which was really good, and I do recommend reading Go for No or listening to Go for No. But then I kind of just didn't do anything for a long time. And it's like every single time I start slacking or lacking on my PD, it's like within a day I'm in a slump. Because there's only so much that you can pour out and dish out and constantly be giving of yourself and of all of you, and your emotions, your time, everything you have got to fill up. So it's just so important. And I'm still bad about getting it in on a regular basis, but as soon as I do not, it's like, oh, that's my problem. That's my problem right there.
I realized that today when I had such a bad day today. I was like, girl, you haven't done PD in 4 days, because I started real estate school and I was busy and I was doing this. And so that was something that I cut out. And I was like, nope, I need this in my life, because otherwise I'm just going to be a hot mess all day. So I actually posted in the team page some personal development, not for business, but for your mental shift. And so I posted that there. You guys can check out that. If you ever need something just for, your mental state, that's definitely just as important as, business focused stuff. So, but Greg, yeah, really quickly, I'd love for you to kind of talk to, us and tell us, what PD, what you has done for you.
Well, the first thing I did for PD, we did a health bet back in January, and I think we were supposed to read Get Over Your Damn Self. And I started reading that, and I'm like, if this is what personal development actually is, then there's no way I'm going to do any of this shit, because I couldn't relate to it at all. And from what I've heard from other people, like personal development's like, oh, find your inner peace, find, that one thing that you just kind of center yourself. And I'm like, I really don't want to do this. This is going to be just one thing that I just can't get into. And so instead of like reading books or listening to books, I started just like following top coaches and like just listening to how they talk and how they communicate and how they deal with objections and how they talk to new prospects from, Get Over Your Damn Self is very female directed, but
I apologize for recommending that book before I read it. Greg, you have to get this book. It's awesome.
And you had no idea. But no, I probably actually will go back and read it just to see if there's anything I can pull from it. But I bought it, might as well read it. But I started finding ways to talk to people just by listening to other coaches and just learning about the objections that we encounter in our business, which is just one more form of personal development. Like, okay, yeah, that's how to physically work the business, but how do you physically, mentally fix your head? I started listening to The Energy Bus is an awesome book to help you like not so much change the interaction you have with people around you, but change your own mind to influence the interactions around you. It's a don't change the world around you, but change yourself to make the world change around you kind of thing. It's a really cool thing. But personal development for me has taken me from this kind of angry and upset person because like the world was always like coming down on me and I couldn't do anything to change anything, to I actually have to make things better in my world because no one else is going to do it for me. The world's not going to give me a handout. And it's really kind of like empowered me to want to push myself personally and in my business. And not just my Beachbody business, but as a contractor too. Like I can see the shift in how I engage with customers and some of my people I work with. So it's definitely a positive thing. So if you're not doing it, you should be. And just like everybody else, like if I miss like a day or two, I'm off. Like I feel it and I have to get back into it. It's so crucial.
Yeah, so true. So if you guys Greg said, if you want to know who to follow for on YouTube, just ask your coach who should be followed. You can look at the top 10 coaches, and also it's really important for you to find somebody that you connect with. So there's Melanie Mitro, there's Bonnie Engel, there's Melissa McAllister, there's Jimmy Hayes Nelson, Scotty Hobbs, Megan Eggleston, Megan Ewaldson. Like there's seriously so many really awesome people that you can be following. Somebody that I really love, if you know anybody that's doing this as a couple, Jamie Fitzpatrick is he just like came out of nowhere. Him and his wife actually were both elite. So it's Jamie and Kim, and they do this as like a couple. And so they were, both doing their workouts every day together. And it's just really cool to see. So if you have I actually had a girl today message me and she was like, my husband, really wants to be a coach, but I saw, Unique and, can he do this? And I'm like, absolutely. Let's add to the man clan, but she does the workout. So I said, that would be really cool. Even if you're not selling it, like you guys could still do the workouts together and people would see that, as he's promoting it, since you're doing the workouts anyways, and, you can help his business. And so, they're Canadian, and he just like came out of nowhere and he was in the top 10. And I really love the way that they post and things. Now you'll see on like pages, you don't want to like them, click follow. And people I really love, I do follow, see first, like Melanie Mitro, people that are successful, I want to see their post first. So there's a little thing you can click follow, see first. So you see it first, and then it gives me inspiration. It gives me ideas of what to post. And I don't want to copy and paste anything. I want to make everything mine. But I like to see that inspiration first, so that I can think of what kind of post I want to make. So yeah, find some people that you can connect with. And why I say don't like their like page is if you like, mine included, I run ads on my like page. So don't like my like page, but you can follow it, because if you like it, I can run an ad for people that like my page and their friends. So your friends would then see my ad, and I don't want to attract your clients. I want you to attract your clients. So that's why any other successful Beachbody coach, don't like their page, just follow them. So that's just a tip. But yeah, so that's kind of like, I just wanted to have like a feel good kind of get to know each other, share your story. You guys have probably all heard mine, but in a nutshell, I had eating disorders, and I had lost probably about 20 pounds. I had about 30 pounds to lose. I had lost about 20 pounds just trying to eat clean, following girls on Instagram. Like, I did this clean eating challenge, and she, her name was, I think Power Cakes or something, Casey Power Cakes. I don't know, something like that on Instagram. And she's actually from like Pittsburgh area where I'm from, and was good friends with a girl I ran cross country with in college. So that's how I found her, started following her. She did this like A to Z clean eating. And so every day was like something else that I had to try. And I remember it was like K, and I was like, and she would shout out somebody every day. And it was my goal that, and she was like, she had a ton of followers, just even more now, but she had a ton of followers. And it was my goal that I'm going to get shouted out by this girl. Like, I love recognition. And so I was like, I'm going to be super creative. And so it was K, and it was a power bowl a day. That's what it was. Power bowl a day challenge. And I did, what are you doing? I did a kitchen sink power bowl. And so that's what I called it. And I just had a bunch of stuff, and I took my time. I really tried to make it pretty. And she like shouted me out, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was the best thing ever. I remember. And I was so motivated. And so I kind of like to think of how that was like when you do your challenge or success, like that's huge. And if you do that regularly, like somebody's going to make that their goal. Like, I want Heather to shout me out. And just like I do that with you guys' post, I shared a great post, that Heather made today into our team page. And actually yesterday I shared Kim, who's one of my coaches, and she said, I made a goal this summer that I wanted you to share one of my posts in the group to say that I did a great job. And I was like, I cannot believe that was a goal, and that I made your day just by sharing a post. That was awesome. Like that was so cool for me. But I could definitely relate to that. And I think that's why recognition for your coaches and recognition for your challengers is so important, because you have no idea what that little thing that you do means to them. It means that you believe in them. And so, yeah, then she did a Shakeology giveaway and had partnered with Kelly, so my coach. So I found Kelly, and then she posted about coaching, and I jumped on board, lost my extra 10 pounds, got a ton of muscle, was in the best shape of my life pre-baby. I gained 45 pounds in my pregnancy, and I have 9 pounds to go. So I'm almost there. Yay! And it's just been really cool to see having a journey and not being stressed out about it, because I knew that I had the tools in front of me to get back to where I wanted to be. So love just being able to share with you guys, and not just be like, you need to do this, you need to do this, but just say, hey, this is what Beachbody did for us, and this is why we're on a mission together to help each other. And I think we need to do more of this, because this was just like, this like filled my cup up tonight. This was so good for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this too after a rough day. I literally like keep messing with my contacts because I've cried so much today that I like can't even see the screen. So I need to get this one to bed. She has no desire to be in bed if there's like lights or anything technology wise. So but thank you guys so much for hopping on. I will share this recording, and I have a new coach training Sunday, new coach call. Anybody that's going through and doing the Vimify training, which is our new coach training, hold on, Sunday at 7:30. And then 8:30, we're going to do a live what is coaching sneak peek. So if anybody wants to help out with that, I would love to have some help for that. I know Melissa's going to help me, but we're basic. And I just want you guys to also, don't feel like you have to help, but invite your clients to it. And we're going to go live and explain what coach is, and they can see, if they want to join us. And I really want to talk up the community and, you know, kind of how we love coaching for what it does for us versus like this. And we're still going to talk about what you do and how you make money, but I really love talking about like all the feels that you get from, you know, having this team. And like, honestly, I got so many messages today from my coaches, like, and coaches in my downline, not my mom, not my best friends, like my coaches were who really saw that I was struggling today and they knew I needed it. Like, and that's really, really cool to see that I get to choose my coworkers, and I chose people that want to lift me up. And so I think it's Jim Rohn that says, like, you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So partner yourself up with other positive people, add people from our team page, get to know people, comment, engage with people, be a Greg. Go comment on everybody's stuff that, you know, get to know people. I really want you to think of this as not my team, not Heather's team. It's our team. And so, you know, I don't think that you need to be like, oh, she's not one of Heather's coaches, I can't talk to her. You know, I want you to really just get to know as many people as you can, and know that if somebody's in our team, it means that they're most likely on the, you know, same struggle bus as us. And they also, you know, need some positive people in their life as well. So I just enjoy this so much, and thank you guys for sharing your heart. And I'm sorry for Katie for putting you on the spot. You'll have to talk to Rachel, Heather's bestie, about how when she goes live, the first couple times I made her go live in a What is Coaching, and she got hives. And sometimes she still gets hives. And she's a diamond coach, so she's been doing this for a while. So don't worry about that. We're going to get you out of your comfort zone a lot, but no good things ever come from your comfort zone. So Heather, you know what to do with Katie, right?
After your due.
It's coming.
It is. I've given her some warnings that we are doing this.
Exactly what I did to Heather, and she hated me. Heather. What did she do? She was so nervous, and she was like, oh my gosh, I just forgot what I was saying. And she had like notes and everything. And then Kayla was like, I think I drank too much, guys. I was so nervous. And then Rachel was like, guys, I have hives. But we got through it.
I always freak out on live, and I'm going to go live tonight, and I'm already freaking out about it. Like, my heart's pounding right now because we're talking about going live, and I'm freaking out.
Heather one time was like, guys, go check out my live video. And we did. And she was like, never mind, I deleted it. We're like, what? Why? So I always tell people, like, just push post and walk away. Like, you don't have to watch yourself. A lot of people don't like how they hear, how they sound, how they look, whatever. You don't have to watch it. Just post it and walk away. So, all right, guys, I will let you go. Thank you so much for hopping on tonight, and I will talk to you later. Have a good.
Hi, I'm going live tonight. So if you guys are on, support me.
Go now, and I'll hop on.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.